Mathematics is the science of logical patterns, and truth can be established by deduction from these patterns. And the most elegant of math's truths exists in its foundation, which is numbers. For numbers are symbols which are utilized for measuring and counting. And as Plato expounded, numbers are the highest degree of knowledge, for it is knowledge itself. But what is the opposite of mathematics and numbers? It is ignorance. Man has blinded himself with ignorance. For as Socrates said, ignorance is the root and stem of every evil. So let us strive to find knowledge and truth. For truth can be found in mathematics and numbers.
God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. So the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Genesis 1:27. Thus man was created in God's image on the sixth day. For six comes from the Hebrew word shesh, and the root solos, which means to rejoice. For the Lord rejoiced over us in order to create us, and promise us a great inheritance. Then the Lord your God will prosper you abundantly in all the work of your hand, in the offspring of your body, and in the offspring of your cattle, and in the produce of your ground. For the Lord will again rejoice over you for good, just as he rejoiced over your forefathers. Deuteronomy 30:9. And as God created the world in 6 days, he commanded his people to work in 6 days. Exodus 20:11. For he commanded them to gather the wheat in 6 days. Exodus 16:26. And for 6 years his people would yield from the land. Exodus 23:10. And for 6 years the servants and livestock would labor. Exodus 23:12. But after 6 years the servants were freed. Exodus 21:2. And the tabernacle was built in 6 parts to prepare for the Lamb that would come. For the lampstand of the tabernacle was made of 6 branches. Exodus 25:32. And the wall of the tabernacle were held by 6 boards. Exodus 26:22. And the ephod of the priest held a pair of 6 stones. Exodus 28:10. And the table of the showbread held a pair of 6 loaves. Leviticus 24:6. And the temple of God was constructed in 6 to prepare for the king that would come. And the walls of the temple were closed for 6 days. Ezekiel 46:1. And there were 6 stairs that led to the temple. 1 Kings 10:19. And on the 6 stairs that led to the throne were 6 lions that guarded each side. 2 Chronicles 9:19. And God taught his people to wait patiently in 6. For he shall deliver you in 6 troubles, yes, in 7 no evil shall touch you. Job 5:19. For his servant Moses would wait on Mount Sinai for 6 days, before the Lord answered his prayers. Exodus 24:16. And his people would march around Jericho for 6 days before its stone walls would come down. Joshua 6:3. And his apostles would wait for 6 days on the mountain before the angels appeared to them. Mark 9:2. And the waiting in 6 would finally come to an end, for the Lord would come, for as the Son showed us. The synagogue official, indignant because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath, began saying to the crowd in response, "There are 6 days in which work should be done, so come during them and get healed, and not on the Sabbath day." But the Lord answered him and said, "You hypocrites! Does not each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or his donkey from the stall and lead him away to water him? And this woman, a daughter of Abraham as she is, whom Satan has bound for 18 long years, should she not have been released from this bond on the Sabbath day?" Luke 13:14-16. For we are to work ceaselessly for the Lord until the day he returns. For as he said, we must work the works of him who sent me, as long as it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. While I am in the world, I am the light of the world. John 9:4-5. For when he returns, our work through the Lord will finally be done. As it says, "Write, for these words are faithful and true." Then he said to me, "It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give to the one who thirsts from the spring of the water of life without cost. He who overcomes will inherit these things, and I will be his God, and he will be my son." Revelation 21:5-8.